Hello and welcome to Lantern Lane Stories. Tonight's story is Venice's Cat Heroes Who Stopped the Plague. Welcome, little listener. Pull the blanket up to your chin. Tonight we are floating to a city made of water and stone. Its name is Venice. In Venice, the streets are not streets. They are canals, soft and green, kissed by little waves. Boats glide where cars would go. Lanterns sway. Bridges arch like sleepy backs. And tonight we will meet a small animal that Venice has loved for hundreds of years. Not a horse, not a swan, a cat. Yes, a cat. A real, warm, purring cat, with whiskers like silver threads. Long ago, in the Middle Ages, the people of Venice gave cats a very important job. Tonight, you will learn what it was. Our little hero is a tabby cat named Bisou. Bisou had soft gray stripes and one white paw like a tiny sock. She lived on a wooden merchant ship tied to a dock in Venice. The ship smelled of cinnamon, salt, and old rope. Below deck, there were rolls of silk, jars of honey, and bags of pepper from far away. A kind sailor named Marco took care of Bisou. Marco was 12 years old, and this was his first season on the ship. "Good morning, Bisou," Marco whispered. "MRRRP," said Bisou, blinking slowly. Marco poured a little fish broth into a clay bowl. The broth was warm and gray, and it steamed in the cold morning air. Bisou lapped it up with her pink tongue. Lap, lap, lap. Outside, seagulls called above the harbor. The water tapped the ship's wooden side. Tap, tap, tap. "Today is a big day," Marco told her softly. "The captain says we sail at sunset." Bisou stretched her back into a warm gray arch. She did not look worried. She had a job, and she knew it well. While Bisou washed her face, Marco sat on a coil of rope and thought. His grandfather had told him a special story about Venice cats. Marco still remembered every word. In our city, grandfather had said, cats are not only pets, they are workers. Marco had laughed. Workers, like bakers and boatmen? Yes, grandfather smiled. Even the city pays for them. There is fish set aside just for cats. Long ago, Venice had a problem. The city was full of warehouses, packed with grain, cloth, and spices from across the sea. Where there is grain, there are mice. Where there are mice, there can be sickness. The wise people of Venice noticed something gentle and clever. Wherever a cat lived, the mice grew quiet and few. The grain stayed safe. The people stayed well, so the city decided cats were heroes. They were given food, warm corners, and respect. Marco looked down at Bisou. She was now licking her white paw. "You," he whispered, "are a city hero. Did you know that?" Bisou yawned a tiny pink yawn, as if to say, of course she knew. Sunset came slowly over Venice. The sky turned the color of soft peaches. The canal water turned gold, then rose, then deep blue. Bells rang from a faraway tower. Bong, 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 3 gentle bells. The captain raised the white sail. The rope creaked. The wood sighed. The ship began to move. Marco stood at the side and waved goodbye to the lanterns of Venice. Bisou jumped onto a barrel near him. Her tail curled around her paws. Together, they watched the city grow small. Pink walls, green water, bridges like sleepy cats themselves. Then the stars came out. 1, 2, then a whole soft sprinkle of them. The wind smelled of salt and the last warm bread of the day. Bisou's eyes turned into 2 tiny moons in the dark. Marco yawned. "It is your turn to work now, little friend," he said. He kissed the top of her head. It was warm, like a small loaf from the oven. Then he climbed into his hammock and pulled up his wool blanket. Bisou patted down the ladder, soft as a feather. Below deck, it was dim and full of shapes. Round jars, tall sacks, coiled ropes. She walked along a narrow plank, her white paw stepping like a dancer. She did not run. She did not jump. She listened. A tiny noise came from behind a sack of rice. Scritch, 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 scritch. Bisou's ears turned forward like 2 small triangles. She did not pounce in anger. She only stepped closer, very slow, very calm. The little mouse saw her. His pink nose trembled. "Please," the mouse squeaked, "I am only here because the wind blew open the door." Bisou tilted her head. Her green eyes were soft. "You cannot stay," she said gently. "This grain belongs to many people. They need it to be safe." "I understand," the mouse whispered. Bisou nudged a small loose plank with her paw. A tiny moonbeam shone through. "Out you go, friend," she purred. "Back to the harbor. There is bread on the docks at dawn." The mouse scurried out and disappeared into the night. Bisou sat by the grain sack, proud and quiet. Her job was done with no fuss at all. Above her, Marco snored softly in his hammock. The boat rocked, creak, creak, creak. Many years later, Marco was no longer a boy. He was a grandfather himself, with white hair and warm wrinkles around his eyes. He sat on a low stool in St. Mark's Square. The square was full of light and music. It was carnival time. People wore beautiful masks made of soft paper and gold paint. Marco's tiny granddaughter, Alina, sat on his knee. She held a small mask in her hands. The mask was shaped like a cat. It had pointed ears, a sweet round chin, and silver whiskers. No, Alina whispered. Why is there a cat mask? Marco smiled. He thought of Bisou long ago on a wooden ship under the stars. Because, little one, cats helped Venice for hundreds of years, he said. They kept our grain safe. They kept our families well. The city loved them so much that we put their face into carnival itself. Alina hugged the mask close to her heart. So when I see this mask, she said, I should remember the cats? Yes, said Marco, every time. A real cat, plump and orange, walked past their feet. He flicked his tail like a tiny flag. Alina giggled. The orange cat blinked at her, then walked on, looking very busy. Even today, Marco said, kind people in Venice put out food for the street cats. We have not forgotten. Next time we come, Alina said, can we feed them? Of course, little star, of course. Now the sky over Venice is deep, deep blue. The last gondola slides home. A single lantern glows orange on its prow. Somewhere on a stone step, a small cat curls into a soft circle. Her tail covers her nose. Her ears relax. Her breathing turns slow and warm. She is not a hero in armor. She is just a quiet, furry friend doing her gentle work. And the city she helped to save sleeps safely all around her. If one day you visit Venice, you may see her cousins on the bridges and quiet steps. You can whisper a soft thank you. They will blink slowly back at you. That is how cats say, you are welcome. And so, Venice also slowly, slowly fell asleep. Good night.